Okay, so if you need a little refresher or you're not at school today, here is what we learned in class. So we're going to learn the area of a triangle. So if you missed my lesson, first of all, we need to realize if we think about a rectangle, we know for a rectangle, area equals base times height. Now, what happens if I draw a line corner to corner? That looks like a triangle. So see this space right here? And those look like two triangles. Oh, well, if a rectangle is area equals base times height, then a triangle is going to be 1/2 base times height. The area of a triangle is half the area of a rectangle, because you can take a rectangle, cut it in half, one corner to another corner, and you get a triangle. So we've been using base times height for squares, rectangles, and parallelograms. So today is a new formula. Our new formula for triangles is 1/2 base times height. So we're going to find the base times the height and then divide it by 2. All right, here we go. So I'm taking a look over here at this triangle. I see it has a base of 5 inches and a height of 8 inches. Notice again that, so this time we're going to have 4 lines for a triangle. We had 3 lines for a parallelogram. So the first line is your formula. The second line is your substitution. So area equals 1/2 of, now our base is 5 and our height is 8. Area equals 1/2. We're going to multiply 5 times 8. That's 40. That's the third line. And the last line will be your answer. So half of 40 is 20. So area equals 20 inches squared. Okay, let's take it. No, we got 3 numbers here. 3 numbers. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Miss Jardine said the base is always the number on the bottom. So that's 12. And she said the height is perpendicular to the base. So that must be 5. Oh, she also said never, ever, ever use the slant height. All right, so I actually need to add a 4th line. Remember, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 lines for triangles. So area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals half of 12 times the height of 5. Area equals 1/2 of 60. 12 times 5 is 60. Area equals, oops, so sorry, going too fast. So half of 60 is 30. So 30, now this doesn't say inches, centimeters, yards. So remember, we're going to write units. We learned that last week. If there's no given measurement, we're going to call it units squared. Okay, now I'm going to cross out 3 lines, must show 3 lines, and I'm going to say 4 lines. Find the area of these triangles. So we do not always need a picture. All we need is our dimensions. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to add a line. So you should be adding a 4th line on your notes. So we know our formula. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger so I've got some more space. Okay, so area is half of a rectangle, right? So that's 1/2 of base times height. Now I can clearly see it says the base is 10 centimeters. So area is going to be half of 10 times, and it says my height is 14 centimeters. So this can be mental math. Remember, we've talked a lot this year about how when you multiply any number times 10, all you have to do is add that 0. So I'm going to add a 0 to the number 14. So that's going to be 140. Half of 140. Let's see. If I ignore that 0 for a second, half of 14 half of 14 is 7, and then I would have to add that 0 back. So that would be 70, area equals 70 centimeters squared. 70 centimeters squared would be our final answer on that one. All right, so we need our formula. Area equals 1/2 of base times height. Base is 7 centimeters, so I'm going to substitute. Substitute is when our variables become numbers. So my base is 7, and my height is 12. All right, so half of 84 is 42 centimeters squared. Easy peasy. All right, are these all still the same formulas? Are these the same formulas? Let's see. I've got a triangle for letter A, so that would be area equals 1/2 base times height. I've got a triangle for B, so that would be area equals 1/2 base times height. And a triangle for C, area equals 1/2 base times height. So yes, they're all the same. Now, the only thing I want to point out here on letter A, we have a base of 6 meters and a height of 8 meters. When you're looking at a triangle, your base and your height might be found in different places. So this one, the height is in the middle of the triangle. If the height is not along one of the sides, you're going to see a dashed line either running through the triangle, or if we look at letter C, we have a base of 10 centimeters. And remember, I said the height will always be perpendicular. So sometimes the height will be out to the side. And then letter B, the base is clearly 11 millimeters and the height is 8 millimeters. But we would use the same formula for all 3 triangles. Okay. Let's see. So area of triangles, what do you notice? Okay, so let's take a look at number 1. So first of all, this is a square, right? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. So that would be 9, units squared. Now take a look at this one. I've got 1, 2, 3 whole squares. We did this last week with our parallelograms. 3.5, 4, 4.5. 4.5 units squared. So let's compare this square. Now, if I were to pull this over here, oh, that's 2 identical squares. So this is to try to help you visually realize why the area of a triangle is half the area of a square or a rectangle. 2 halves make a whole. All right, so I'm going to stop there. This is a little bit easier to do in class. So if you guys have any questions, just feel free to email me and I will help you.